Moving day is here. It's absolutely wild. I cannot believe it's happening today. Like literally we've got to leave for the airport in like an hour and a half. I've just had my shower, just got changed, zipped up all of my suitcases, and it's time. It's wild. Also, I had a big problem this morning. My zip on my blue suitcase just like completely bursted open and I freaked out and I like pushed it down, managed to fix it. But I had to kind of like rearrange a couple things. I'm gonna have to get it wrapped at the airport because I'm so scared that it's just gonna like explode and self-destruct basically. I'm also feeling like a lot more excited and positive than I was last night. I feel like last night I was kind of going through like the whole emotional side of things, and I'm feeling way better this morning. I've also already checked in online for my second flight from Dallas to Orlando, and I paid for my bag early. Unfortunately, it was $150, so that sucks. Whatever, I've got to pay it. Like my first two were free, thankfully, but I just had to pay for the third one. But I'm gonna go and spend some time with my dogs and my family in the living room and just really kind of enjoy these last couple of minutes with them. And then it's time to go.
Goodbye, Sally. Goodbye, Maisie. I love you.
Bye, dogs. I've just found like a little quiet part of the airport. I've gone through security. Luckily everything was fine. Said all my goodbyes, which is why my face is so red. That was really, really tough, but I've done it, I've made it, and now I'm gonna go relax in the lounge basically until my flight is called. Like I'm all hot and flustered. My bags are so heavy. All of them underweight though. The blue one is wrapped, so if it pops open, you know, we're all safe. But oh my gosh, this is like so rough. I miss my family so much. All right, I need to stop thinking about it, go and sit down so that I'm not bawling my eyes out, maybe play some Pokemon Go, and you know, we'll just see what happens. Get some lunch, actually, I'm hungry. I made it to the lounge and it was really cold outside, but now it is stinking hot. And also, hot tip, I had some like spare duty-free bags from like the last couple of trips we've taken, so I brought one, put my Stanley Cup in it, and then I just like bought my foundation because like duty-free, and I put that in there too, so it's got the receipt, strapped it to my bag. I'm walking around like so many people have also got like duty-free bags, and that way I didn't have to carry my cup separately. Big brain. Grabbed myself a Diet Coke and made like a pathetic little sandwich with some carrot sticks, and that is my lunch. Y'all, I'm the first one on the plane today. I mean, technically not, but like first to regularly book. So I'm in the air now. We have 13 hours and 16 minutes to go, and I've just been served my first drink. Now, if you didn't notice, I'm very fortunate as I'm flying business class on Qantas. So I thought I'd like to thank the Qantas Frequent Flyer program and my dad's status benefits for allowing me to do this. This was all on points. All I paid for is the taxes. I am very grateful because I would not be able to have afforded this otherwise, and you know, it's a very long flight. It's making me so much more comfortable. I didn't have to worry about putting my lightsaber in the overhead locker. You know, we're all set. The food is also really good. Like, I get to pick my own breakfast, so I'll be waking up to pancakes, and that's really exciting. Between getting my drink and doing this, I opened up my iPad to hopefully sit and watch Star Wars A New Hope. However, I logged in, opened Disney Plus, and found out a Star Wars A New Hope isn't there. Not only that, though, all of my downloads had expired. So all I have is the in-flight entertainment system, my Kindle, and the Jenny Nicholson Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser video that I downloaded on YouTube. But as far as my iPad goes, it's worthless. I really should go and put it back up in my bag. Also, I'm purely recording on this like fancy camera with these little microphones because I find that I can talk quieter, but you should still be able to hear me. Dinner service should be on soon, and I'm very excited. I ordered the fish option because that sounded the most appealing, as well as this vegetarian salad because it comes with croutons, though it's got pumpkin in it, and I'm not a big fan of pumpkin. But I figured I'll try it. Look, these are expensive seats. Again, not that I paid for it. It was a lot of points besides the taxes. But imagine if I was a paying customer. I should probably get my money's worth because I'm certainly not drinking any of the champagne. I just ordered Coke Zero. It is now 11 hours to go and I'm about to probably fall asleep. Honestly, I've just been watching the Star Cruiser video this entire time. I actually surprisingly enjoyed the soup. I like dunked my little sourdough bread in it and it was really good. Like, I've never really had pumpkin soup. honestly, big fan. Main course, really good. Glad I chose that. I had a look at like the beef menu, like the people next to me had it, and that looks pretty good. And then for dessert, it was like this weird mousse. I'm not a big mousse person. I had a couple bites, and like while I was eating as well, I was starting to get quite drowsy, which is really good. And if you haven't noticed, I'm lying down. This is an absolute luxury on a plane. I'm in the front row, which means I have extra knee room, and that is really helpful in this case. My bed is lying flat, like I'm in my pajamas. I'm also like in a little nook, like I feel like I'm getting quite a bit of privacy. It's not like I have like a screen door or anything, like this is not an Emirates flight, but damn, having a great time. There's also a baby next to me. They're not crying too often, but they were staring at me a little bit. And I'm also really glad I brought this little microphone because I get very anxious. Like every time I've been pulling my camera out, like, you know, the staff have noticed, right? Like they know my camera's here, they know I'm filming, especially when I pull out the microphone. I'm like, oh dear. But I keep needing to remind myself that I'm not going to see these people again in my life. It really doesn't matter. So I should just film it. Like ultimately, this is my job. I'm enjoying documenting this experience, and you know, hi mom, hi dad if you're watching this. And it's at this point too that now I'm in the air and I'm on my journey, I'm starting to get very excited. It's really weird because like when I land, like ultimately the next chapter of my life begins. And that's like a really fascinating thought. And like I've said several times, I'm devastated to be leaving my family. Like it has been on my mind since the moment I walked through the gates at the airport, security wise. I have not stopped thinking about them. I have not stopped thinking about how much I miss them. Like I know I'm going to see them in 6 months. Like it's not like I don't know when I'm going to see them again, and that is quite comforting. But to have such a strong support network and such a close family, like we've traveled and moved a lot as a family, and the one constant in my life was those three individuals: my mum, my dad, and my sister. And now the one thing that has always been constant in my life is also gone. Like, it's a very weird sensation. I don't quite know how to word it, but it is a very, like, daunting thing. So I guess I should just go to sleep now and stop thinking about this. Maybe I should read. I haven't read a single word on my Kindle since I got on here. I think it's Goblet of Fire time. I'm up to chapter 21. I made it to Dallas-Fort Worth, and my first stop after going through customs is the lounge, and I filmed this entire clip actually, and didn't turn my microphone on, so let me just pause that real quick and let me give you a quick rundown. I grabbed my bags off the carousel and kind of struggled to bring them over to the American Airlines counter so that I could drop them off for my next flight, but I got there and there was just absolute chaos. There was so many flights that got cancelled and delayed, and there were people everywhere, and I am so lucky that this one really nice staff member who I told about my thing ran up and got my luggage tags and brought them back, stuck them all on, and then I was able to drop off all of my bags at the recheck. He saved me so much time. I am so grateful for that man because it was absolutely chaotic. But this also meant that unfortunately my flight had been delayed. But I went into the lounge and it was super busy, so I just went to this like little quiet room. They had a ramen and sushi bar, so I grabbed a couple of little things, but there wasn't a ton of food that I was particularly interested in or knew that I liked, so I just snacked on these bits, called my mum very briefly, and just spent the entire rest of the time on social media until it was time to board my flight. Just before we took off, I realized that my blue bag didn't make it on, thanks to my AirTags and the American Airlines app. But mostly thanks to the AirTags, I was able to identify it. And then because I took videos of it and like photos, I could show that to the people to get my baggage claim receipt. And unlike Chicago, it's actually going to be delivered to the right place this time. So, you know, good. But of course it's the same bag. Say hello to my fantastic, I was going to say Uber driver, but then I was like, that's kind of offensive.
That's really cute. Yeah. Holly's vlogging.
This is what happens. Hi, thanks for picking me up. We pulled into McDonald's, but it's now been almost 20 minutes and we've seen one bag of food leave.
Over 20 minutes.
And it was someone getting their order corrected and they're still in the car. Oh.
No, that means.
Damn, still wasn't us.
Hooray! Okay. No, we're not waiting. I don't care if there's 3 nuggets.
Fries, nuggets, perfect. I'm not gonna individually count the nuggets just yet, but they're here. It hasn't even been like a full 24 hours, and to be honest, I feel like I'm like emotionally struggling. Like
just the whole adjustment period of not being around my family is like hitting me way harder than I thought it was. Like unpacking my stuff, like it just felt wrong. Like part of me is like, oh, maybe I should keep like all the bubble wrap, because like there's this little voice inside of the back of my head being like, oh, but like what if you need to like bring it home? Keep having to remind myself that like I'm not going home, like this is my new home. So, you know, it's been a lot rougher, at least so far. Like I think it's just a real shock to my system basically, and I'm kind of struggling with that. Once I let it out, I do feel a lot better, but it's not been as easy of a transition as I guess I kind of expected things to be. I mean, look, I've gotta just give it time. Like, again, it's not even been here for 12 hours, like, let alone how I'm gonna feel in 6 months, like, when I go home for Christmas. But I thought I would just, like, sit down, give you a little update. But I have started to unpack my things. Basically, I'm, like, trying to sort it all out. There is so much stuff and so much organizing that I have to do. Like, I'm a little overwhelmed, to be honest. But that's where we're at. Also, my suitcase has been put on the flight. It's gotten off. Got a call this morning, so it's basically being like loaded onto a courier truck. I think it's gonna get delivered today, but it could be tomorrow. So I'm basically just sitting and waiting for that one. And at the moment, at least, I'm like trying to unpack the rest of my stuff. Like I'm trying to do my little suitcase, like that has all my super like sentimental items, like my like childhood plushie basically. And then I'm moved on to like my bigger squishy bag, which has all of my tripods in it, my speaker. I like pulled out as well all of like my Harry Potter minifigures. So far nothing's been damaged either, which is really good. So that's making me feel a lot more, I guess, confident. But I think the big one is going to be seeing how my lights went inside the pink and the blue suitcase, because I think I mean, they should be fine, but, you know, I am just a little nervous. IKEA just dropped off the stuff for the daybed that I'm going to put in my little office, which I'm really excited about, because it's kind of just going to be like a couch, but also then if like people stay over, they've got somewhere to sleep. So I'm really excited to do that, and I'm going to try and put this up today, but I might just leave it until I've kind of organized my stuff a little bit more first. In other news, the daybed is complete. I just haven't done the drawers because I figured like it's way easier for me just to not put them in, because I still need to pull this out and get like some sort of extension cord for the back. Don't mind me, by the way, I'm out of breath from carrying my suitcase upstairs, but you know, I figured it's probably best to put the extension cord in and then push it back, and then I'll build the drawers and actually slide them in. I also need to order pillows, but for now I've put these two little squishmallows in the corner, and that will do. If you couldn't tell, I had a bit of a nap earlier because I was just so exhausted. But I've come to Target because I actually needed to get some clothing hangers, and then I've also picked up a couple other things, like just like storage tubs, some food bits, a shower cleaner, as well as like some snacks and some sandwich bags, just so I can like do some like bulk batch cooking. But on this journey as well, it was actually the first time I feel like I've properly and confidently driven a car on this side of the road, which was actually quite a fun experience. I parked very far away from everyone though. One thing that did throw me off though was just like how wide the parking and the roads were. Like I kept feeling like my road position wasn't good, but it was just a really big like lane basically. So I've come back, had some dinner, and now I'm trying to organize out my stuff. So I've got these two tubs that I got from Target. This one is just going to be like broken down sets essentially, and then I've got to sort these Harry Potter minifigures back into like their actual movies in the tub that I've got, as well as fix Reva. And then I've pulled out all of my custom minifigure stuff. So the Taylor Swifts are done. Like they've been done for a while, but I just haven't been able to go and get them because I got them shipped to Florida in the hopes that I would be moving. So I need to get them. I also ordered the bubble mailers as well as little bags so that I can ship them out next week. And then I just have like a bunch of leftover parts. And then this one is going to be all of my bags of minifigures that I've got. I am probably just going to sort them through later because I don't really want to put them in containers. Like for the most part, they're all bags. Like these are all of the members' sig figs as well as like my friends' sig figs. Then we have Disney and The Hobbit, and we've got more Disney and some of my like special pirates ones, and then we have some Star Wars and more Star Wars. And then while I'm doing this, I've actually got Emily's like room tour organization video playing in the background while I work, so that I've got some nice noise, and I feel like it's very on theme for right now too. But this is the box that I'm dealing with, and then over here I've got like all of my equipment. It's gonna be a very big job. There is so much that I need to do. It's a little bit intense. I've come back to Target to get more tubs so I can organize things, and it's actually quite peaceful here at nighttime. They're both on sale, although they're run out of large ones, so that kind of sucks, but sale. So I've just built my little Queen Amidala case because I thought it's finally time to put her in here, although I really underestimated how easy this would be to do with one hand. I also don't know where to put her. For ages she's been sat next to my bed, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I should like put her on my desk or like on the shelf or something. But there she is, and she also goes so nicely with my Queen Amidala Funko Pop that I bought from Box Lunch. Look at them, they're so cute. I love it. I really want to do like a little Phantom Menace setup. So I'm back from Target, and basically I've just been doing a ton more organizing. So firstly, the bed is looking way clearer. I feel like I've done a really good job. I still need to fix the Barbie house, but otherwise I fixed all of my Taylor Swift brick heads ready for Brick World, and then I packaged up all of the Taylor Swift minifigures since these little Jiffy bags arrived today, and then the like bubble mailers will arrive tomorrow, so then I'll pack them and be able to ship them. I didn't have time to like print any custom Holly stickers before I left, so the bags are just bland, which is a little bit of a shame. And then this one left out is for me. I also put command strips on this Padme art so that it's ready to be hung up on the wall, so that's really good. I still need to get pillowcases and sheets and like get this whole comforter situation sorted for the guest bed. There is nothing in either of these two drawers, which that's fine, but like I need to kind of sort this out so I'm not just sitting on a bare mattress. However, I did have some important updates today. One thing that I completely forgot to mention, mostly because I didn't really do any updates, and that's because I didn't really do anything today, except for the fact that I bought a car. Did I film any of this process? No, because I forgot, but I bought a car and I should be able to get it next week, if not like early the week after, which is really exciting, which means I'll have a car before Brickworld Chicago, and that is so exciting because right now I've had to like borrow a car in order to get anywhere, and the only place that I have been is quite literally Target, which is mostly because my like confidence with driving on the other side of the road is lacking, and I've got to build up to that. That being said, after today's Target run, I did feel a little bit better about it. Like I still didn't feel like overly confident, which I think is a really good thing, and I probably shouldn't be overly confident anyway, but I felt a lot more comfortable, which is really good. I mean, it's a really easy kind of like drive, so it's like really not that big of a deal, but to me it is, and I really wanted to document that. But otherwise, I'm gonna head to bed now, so this is it for this moving vlog. I am really proud of my progress. You know, I didn't cry from homesickness today, so that's a really big thing for me, so I'm really proud of myself for that. But if you wanna see more vlogs, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and until next time, guys, I'll see you later.